Hi everyone, welcome to second week and third meeting of for our book club. So what we are going to do today is talk about the hardware chapter. I'm going to share my screen. Um, so this is the chapter. Wait, where's the chapter? Yeah, this hardware chapter. So yeah, feel free to unmute yourself and let us know how it was for you. Like, how did you find this chapter? What was difficult? What was easy? What you found confusing? Um, did you read it or did you not have time to read it?
Hello, Alexi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. So yeah, I did read the chapter, but there were like concepts that I had to go through like many times, as they were very short. I think it could have been better if it was more comprehensive. So I did take a lot of like ask Chat GPT that explain this in a more comprehensive way with examples, and after that, yeah, it was kind of like better for me. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that's my overall, yeah, my overall judgment about this chapter.
Oh yeah, thanks, Samina, for sharing. Um, Anyone else wants to share something? Did you guys read it, or are you reading the book? Sorry, I see some people who weren't speaking last time, so I'm not really sure if you're following the book or not. Yeah, it's okay also if you just write in chat. Okay, I can share what I think about this. Um, so there was a lot of new things for me that I didn't really know about. I only heard about. Like, for example, I didn't really know. I know that the main idea behind GPUs is for you need to use them for accelerated, for fast computing, right? So they are very good at parallelizing things. And especially things like matrix multiplication, vector multiplication, it's very easy to parallelize them. So then you have a lot of cores or threads that are doing this at the same time. So they are computing many different matrix or vector multiplications at the same time. So this is what GPUs are good for. So this is what takes a lot more time to do these operations on CPU. So this I knew, but apart from that, like there were many things that were pretty new for me. Like things I never thought about, like yeah, what kind of architectures are there? I don't know how important it is though that we have all these architectures. Maybe later in the chapters in the book, they will refer to this. So for me, I wasn't really going too deep into this, and if there were things didn't, um, I wasn't very familiar with, and I didn't go deeper into this. I thought, okay, maybe like if I really need to later in later chapters to understand um, what is this Rubin architecture or Grace or Vera architecture. So if I need that, I go back or like all these different types of links. For me, I just conceptually understood, okay, like you have this one GPU and then you have a computer and node with eight GPUs. So between these GPUs, you need somehow link them, but then you can have two nodes and you need to also connect these two nodes um, to exchange data. So this conceptually I understood, but like details, I didn't really go into these details. So for me, it was kind of easy read, easy in a sense that I didn't really go in deep into this. Maybe I'll regret later because um, the author will go back to these concepts, but for me it wasn't like also super revealing, right? So the previous chapter for me was way more complicated, and I had to spend a lot more time on trying to understand different concepts. So that was this is how I felt. Um, yeah, maybe somebody else. I see that we have one more person who joined. Um, mm, yeah, you can also let us know how it's going with the book and where you are reading, which chapter right now, and if you have any questions.
Can I share something?
Of course.
Uh,
Do you
Actually,
want me?
I was very
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So actually, I was very interested to for this chapter, especially because I'm currently working on H100 GPU, and I wanted to know more and more about it. But I think it didn't like it's theoretically good. Like you get to know things. Okay, I got to know about the how nodes interact. Like I wanted it to be more like in the form of examples,
Mhm.
because when I'm working on the GPU, we do set a kind of like we do determine the size of the that how many size does a model take, and is it compatible for that GPU or not, or what is the this like what is the is this model quantized or not, threats and all that. So I think if the it could be more exemplified, more and more examples, that would be a very good thing. But overall, yeah,
Mhm.
it was it did help me somehow. But I was expecting more from this chapter.
Mhm. Okay,
Yeah.
so for you, what you wanted to understand is, I think at some point they talk about memory, right? And they say, okay, for memory, you need to understand how parameters fit plus add 50% on the key value cache, right? So that was only briefly mentioned somewhere. And I think that was pretty much it, right? So they didn't really go into more details about these computations.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm. To me, it's still a mystery how to understand if a model will fit a GPU or not. So what I was doing, and maybe Samina, you were doing the same, is okay, I have this GPU. What will actually fit? Let's try and see what happens, right? And then you try a model that potentially should fit. Um, then you try to run it, and then it finishes with out of memory, and you think, okay, maybe I should use a more quantized version, right? So then you try these things and until you get something that works. So at least this was my experience. Maybe you're doing something else, but I agree. Um, Having like an approach, a framework at understanding, okay, I have this model. It has this amount of parameters. Does it actually fit my GPU, right? Samina, did you find an approach for you to deal with
Uh,
this?
yeah, I found one lecture from MIT, but it was a very in-depth one, which I did not complete. I was then relying over this chapter, but I think I should go with that lecture. It was a very good one.
Can you share it?
They
Do you
were
have the link
explaining.
somewhere?
I had I share. So I think yeah.
Okay, yeah, if you find it, maybe you can share it in chat. Why do you need the H100 GPU? Is it something you do at work? Looks like a very powerful machine, right?
Inference engineering over that, so we will be needing a lot of services for a single system.
Uh-huh.
So to have all of our services run in one place, so we need heavy GPUs. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's
So
because
you have just one GPU,
sometimes
right?
we yeah,
Or
one
multiple?
GPU, or we even have more GPUs. Like if I have a very heavy model and more of my services need that individual model, so we make an SG-Link server of that heavy model, and we make many other services and try to hit that model through the SG-Link. So
Hmm.
there are like this kind of things. Another purpose is that for model training, we usually have one H100 dedicated for that. So when we need some model to be trained on huge data, so yeah, that's another case that we have those GPUs there.
Hmm. Is it fine tuning or you're training something from scratch?
Yeah,
Fine tuning.
yeah, fine tuning. Not
Hmm.
very. Yeah, it's like the full fine tuning, not the LoRa or the Q LoRa, but it's the full
Hmm.
fine tuning. For that, we will need
That's very
a
interesting.
very
Thanks for sharing.
fast GPU for that. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Anyone else wants to add something? Well, we can talk about other things too, right? It doesn't have to be about this. Okay. Nothing? Yeah, I also don't really have any questions. One thing I didn't do, I haven't done yet, and I still want to do, is put all these notes that we have to the website. I'll do this maybe now. Um, so then at least from the previous one, I'll put the notes. Then I have a question for the next week. So next week, I also want to do it on Tuesday, but I cannot do this on this time. So for me, it's 5 p.m. Right now. I cannot do this at 5 p.m. So I'm thinking whether I should do this at 4 p.m., 1 hour earlier, or I should do this at 6 p.m., meaning 1 hour later. So what is better, 1 hour earlier than now or 1 hour later? So then more people join. Because for next Tuesday, I already have something at 5. If you don't have any preferences, I'll just choose what, like Samina, you're active. This is not the first session you join. So maybe like I'm wondering what is better for you, like which one. Uh-huh. Yeah, I see that for many people it's okay. Yeah, so for people who are joining for the first time, I'm sharing my screen already. So what you can do is you can go to AI Shipping Labs, and we have the book club here, right? So this is what we're reading. And by the way, I need to mark this as read. So we had these meetings like this one and this one. So you can see the write-up from the first meeting. If you go here, you can see the write-up here. So that is the first one. For second one, I think I forgot to run it. Yeah, so I'll have to include this, and I'll do the same for this one. So what we have done so far is we're at chapters. First week it was chapter 0, 1, and 2, and then today was chapter 3, right? And then starting from today till next week, we're going to read chapter 4, which is software. The book is free. You can click here, enter your email, and get the book. Um, yeah, and so you can catch up. So this, for me, the hardware chapter looked relatively straightforward, as I mentioned. So this one, architecture, was somewhat tough, right? So I had to read, go deeper into some things, talk to ChatGPT. I don't know about software, how difficult it is, but I think like if you can spend like, I don't know, 3, 4 hours on this architecture and maybe like 1, 2 hours on this one, you'll be able to catch up with the rest of us if you want to join um, already like if you want to join next session already with already these chapters read, right? But also I don't know. Like actually, this hardware chapter felt somewhat independent from the rest. Like so, let's say if I just read this chapter, it will still make a lot of sense for me. But probably later chapters they start to have this dependency on each other. So maybe it will not be like smooth sailing for this one. But yeah. So if this is your first meeting, I'm going to include, like you already know how to find the write-up for the first one. For the second one, I'll do it now. So in a couple of hours, you'll have it. And for the one today, hopefully I will not forget about this tomorrow because it needs, I need a bit of time for this to process. Okay, I hope I answered. Uh, yeah, if we have any questions or anyone wants to ask anything or add anything, yeah, feel free to do it now because we have more time for these things for today.
I'm sorry, Alexia,
Yeah, of
I
course.
lost you. Yeah, some minutes ago. Did you say something that I missed? Sorry,
Uh,
you
is it
you took
just
my name, so right after that, I
Samina, I don't know if it's my connection bad. Like, can everyone please confirm that you heard me, or I should repeat everything I said? Uh, and Samina,
no,
also
not
your connection
everything.
was
Just
breaking and
something you said before. Oh,
yeah, please can you repeat? I didn't hear. I'm not sure what I need to repeat, Samina.
yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Am I okay? I just said that. Did you say something like you took my name, and after that, I lost you?
Yes, yes.
Uh,
I mentioned you by name because next week, I was thinking whether to, because I only for Tuesday, I can do it 1 hour earlier or 1 hour later than right now. So I was wondering for you, which time would be preferred? At 4 p.m. So right
yeah,
now
yeah.
it's 5 p.m.
Bo-
4 p.m. is okay, or
okay.
you'd prefer 6 p.m.? Like what is more convenient for you?
Yeah, I'm okay with both the times.
Okay.
It's
So
all good
then
for
I'll
me. I
just
can
see
manage it.
what
Yeah.
works better for me because it looks like for
Okay.
everyone on this call, both times are fine.
Okay.
And by the way, so I was talking about the write-up. Yeah. So the question was about week one. So I think there should be a video that I published, but I didn't. Yeah. So this is the recording from week one. I didn't do a write-up yet. Uh, but yeah, I'll put it on the website too, right? Because it's not here. Yeah, I'll just attach it. Okay, well, if we don't have any questions, if nobody wants to discuss anything, we can just call it a day and meet next week. I'll see what works better for me, and you'll get an invite. Otherwise, if you realize you have a question, now it's a good time to ask. Okay, then I guess that's it for today. So thanks for joining. Thanks, Samina, for sharing the link. I'll check it out. And yeah, so what we do is now, if you just joined, you can catch up. But the plan for this week, from this Tuesday to next Tuesday, is to read the chapter number, 5, I think, 4. Chapter number 4, software, right? So we read hardware, and now it's the software chapter. So let's read it. I would appreciate it if there was a bit more engagement, right? If you don't just silently read the book, but also contribute a bit to the discussion. It's of course optional, up to you, but I think it would make these meetings a bit more engaged. So it's not just Samina who is pulling all the weight, but you also add some things. Okay, thanks everyone, and see you next week. So enjoy the book. Bye everyone.